buhay sa kahanginan.
Good day, students. I am Teacher Mila. I will be with you today to guide you in answering Module 1, Lesson 1 in Science 7. Are you ready with your modules? Get ready also with your pen and answer sheet. Are you now ready to perform exciting learning activities?
Today, we will learn together scientific ways of acquiring knowledge and solving problems. Scientists have its way to find answers to questions. It is called the scientific method. In this module, you will be exposed to the world of scientists. How do scientists work? How do they solve problems? The objectives of today's lesson for you to learn are: 1. Identify the steps of a scientific method. 2. Use the scientific method in solving problem through an experiment. 3. Relate scientific method in daily life. This time, get ready with your ballpen and your answer sheets. Let us first check what you already know about the lesson for today. Now, turn to what I know part of your module. Read each item carefully. Write only the letter of the correct answer for each question. Use a separate sheet for your answers. Number 1. What is the correct order of steps in the scientific method? A. A, B, C, D, E. B. A, B, C, E, D. C. A, E, B, C, D. D. B, C, E, A, D. The correct answer is B. You got it right. Number 2. Which of the following questions is best considered as scientific? A. Who invented electricity? B. How long did dinosaurs live on Earth? C. How many koalas are there in Australia? D. Does the amount of salt in water affect the temperature at which it boils? The answer is D. Did you get the correct answer? Number 3. What is the process of obtaining information using your senses? A. Inquiry. B. Conclusion. C. Observation. D. Scientific method. The answer is letter C. Observation. Number 4. What variable can be changed or manipulated? A. Dependent variable. B. Experimental variable. C. Independent variable. D. Uncontrolled variable. If your answer is letter C, then you got it right. Number 5. A scientist hypothesizes that the temperature at which an ostrich egg is incubated will determine whether the ostrich will be male or female. What is the independent variable of this experiment? A. Scientist. B. Incubator. C. Temperature. D. Gender of the ostrich. The answer is C. Good job, students! This time, turn your module to the next page. Number 6. Please refer to situation in number 5. What is the dependent variable? A. Scientist. B. Incubator. C. Temperature. D. Gender of the ostrich. The answer is letter D. That's right. Number 7. What do you call an idea or explanation that you test through study and experimentation? A. Question. B. Hypothesis. C. Conclusion. D. Observation. The correct answer is letter B. Did you score on this? Number 8. What do you call the things in an experiment that must be the same to make it fair? A. Controlled variables. B. Dependent variables. C. Independent variables. D. Uncontrolled variables. The answer is A. You're correct. Number 9. A scientist is already contemplating whether the data of his experiments support his hypothesis. At this point, the scientist is A. Asking a question. B. Making observations. C. Drawing a conclusion. D. Forming a hypothesis. The correct answer is C. That's right, students. Number 10. Which refers to scientific procedure undertaken by scientists to test a hypothesis and make a discovery or demonstrate a known fact? A. Theory. B. Inference. C. Conclusion. D. Experiment. Yes, you got it. The answer is letter D. For the remaining number of items, 11 to 15, just continue in answering. Write your answers in your answer sheet. There you go. Now, may I ask you, when you are curious about a certain happening, like what's in your breakfast that gives you more energy? Or what is the fastest route from your house to school? What will you do? If you are, then I need your help in the dilemma that we are in now. Let's try to find out the series of steps of a scientific method as amateur scientist. On the screen, You can see Activity 1.1, which is also found in your module. Read and understand the context. Are you ready? Let's start. Did you understand the context? Then, write the 6 basic steps of a scientific method below inside the box in your answer sheet. You have 3 minutes to do it. Now, let's check your answers. Scientific method has the following steps. 1. Make observations. 2. Come up with a question. 3. Develop a hypothesis or prediction. 4. Conduct an experiment. 5. Record and analyze results. 6. Draw conclusion. Very good! Let's proceed. Now, let's discuss each of the steps. The first basic step of scientific method is make observations. There are tons of everyday activities that would make cool science experiments using the scientific method. A student noticed that ice melted fast in water. The second step is come up with a question. The student's observations should lead to some sort of questions. Example, does ice melt faster in different liquids? Curiosity on what happens to the ice in liquids is a simple science experiment perfect for using the scientific method. You have made your observations and you have made your questions. Now, you need to make a prediction about what you think will happen next. Then the third step is develop a hypothesis or prediction. For example, the student thinks that ice will melt faster in juice than it will in water. Maybe he just wants to get a drink of juice out of it. So, the hypothesis is the ice will melt faster in juice than in water. How about making your own hypothesis? Do the let's try this on your module. Write your hypothesis for items 1 and 2 on your answer sheet. For a quick check, read and understand the context on variables and answer the questions on your answer sheet. Are you ready now to explore more? So, let's proceed. The fourth step of the scientific method is conduct an experiment or test the hypothesis. We made a prediction that ice will melt faster in juice than in water. And now, we must test our hypothesis. To find out, how about setting up an experiment with a glass of juice, a glass of water, and an ice cube for each? You can try doing this later after answering this module. Don't forget, for the best experiments, only one thing should change. The fifth step is record and analyze the results. How do we record? We can do it in a tabular form as shown in the picture and analyze our data by having graphs. Based on our previous example, how long does it take for the ice cube to completely melt in each setup? This refers to the number of seconds or minutes for the ice cube to melt in each setup. Was your prediction accurate? If it is not accurate, state the possible reasons why. The sixth step is draw conclusions. This is the opportunity to talk about your hypothesis, your experiment, your results, and your conclusions, which is the final answer to your problem or experiment. You can state your conclusion by affirming or rejecting your hypothesis. Now, based on our example, you may state it as, based on the results of the experiment, it is concluded that ice cube melts faster in the juice than in water. Now, let's go to what's more in your module. You can see a picture showing the scientific method. Read and understand the picture. Then, answer the questions in your answer sheet. You must answer this on your own. Now, let's process what you have learned from today's lesson. Read the paragraph found in your module and identify the correct words that fit in the given sentences inside the box. Write your answer on your answer sheet.
Make sure that you go on answering all the remaining activities of this module. This is Teacher Mila, your science teacher for Module 1, Lesson 1. I hope you had a wonderful time as you learned our lesson for today. Watch out for the next exciting time with science.